Hey guys, hello and welcome back to another Star Wars video. It is I coming at you once again, your friend and your favourite galactic hostess, Star Wars Meg. And today we have some pretty exciting Star Wars updates. Lucasfilm just announced the Mandalorian and Grogu's final trailer drops tomorrow, so look out for my full breakdown. I'm going to be talking about every breadcrumb, every Easter egg. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I really like the fact that these days they're announcing the trailers a day in advance. They did it for more Shadow Lord, and they're doing it for the first Star Wars movie in 7 years. So what I'm going to do today is break down the first 15 seconds which they just released, just share with you some of my overall thoughts and feelings, and why I think we may have been wrong about the movie this entire time. So no more jibber jabber, my friends, let's dive straight in. So right off the bat, I'm probably going to have some extended thoughts on this tomorrow, but visually speaking, I really didn't expect this. This is without a doubt the best promo of the movie to date. This really is the first time that we get a sense that this is a movie, and not just a few episodes of the TV show produced for the big screen. And this past weekend, Jon Favreau has been saying this movie was curated for IMAX, it's a visual experience that fans are gonna love, and he repeated similar things at Star Wars Celebration, but I have to be honest, this is the first time I actually believe him. And I'm someone who actually enjoyed the first trailer, but this is next level. Now before heading over to YouTube to watch the entire clip, I actually came across this a few hours ago just scrolling through Twitter, and I saw the opening shot. I thought it was The Force Awakens or some kind of compilation, and then I saw it was posted by the official Star Wars account under the Mandalorian and Grogu, and I couldn't believe it was for the upcoming movie. And the reason I bring up The Force Awakens, the reason it was the first thing I thought about, is because this gorgeous opening shot with the New Republic X-Wings against the sunset is reminiscent of a very similar frame from Episode 7, with the First Order TIE Fighters. There is definitely a visual parallel there, and even if you don't like the sequels, you have to admit, many shots look amazing, and they're well color graded. Good visuals are essential for a Star Wars movie, and so when The Mandalorian and Grogu was first announced, as a fandom we expected there to be a difference between the way the TV show looks and the way the movie looks. There really shouldn't be a huge demand. And this actually brings me on to my next point. This teaser showcases some of the more vibrant aspects of the film. A Delphi base, where Mando's new Razor Crest is. He's telling Grogu the same thing he's been telling him since the first season: don't touch the buttons. And fans will be happy to know there is no dullness, there is so much colour, and there is so much warmth. So I think maybe Disney is trying to prove us wrong. After the first trailer, fans said, this is just going to be a few filler episodes from what was meant to be Season 4, compiled into a movie, and there's going to be no difference in quality. And even I thought that was going to be the case. As someone still excited for the story, I did have my doubts that there would be any difference between the TV show, using the volume, and what this movie was going to do. So I can't wait for the full thing tomorrow. Look out for my breakdown. And I said this to you guys the other day, but this next trailer, whether it's the final trailer or just an extended official trailer, really has to impress. After the Super Bowl fiasco, this has to convince Star Wars fans to go to the cinema on May 22nd. And I have to say, of all of the shots to open with, this is a great start, but they need to showcase more of the action and more of the scenes from the movie that really leave an impact. I still think, besides this new promo, the best showcase of the movie to date was at Star Wars Celebration. Mando infiltrating the AT-AT, shooting and using a flamethrower on some snowtroopers, and just going to town and kicking ass. That was one of the best exhibits for Mando and Grogu. It really harkened back to the first season. And I have to be honest with you guys, until this promo today, I genuinely believed that The Mandalorian and Grogu was a project Lucasfilm was trying to be done with. I was thinking, maybe it's one of the final Kathleen Kennedy projects, it's got a low budget, Disney's just trying to be done with it, and then they're gonna move on. On to Starfighter, which they seemed very confident about. There were lots of photos and production updates, and of course the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. But maybe there is more juice to this Mando movie than we assumed. But in the last few days, Disney have revealed a lot about their marketing strategy and which projects they prioritize. They're really taking the Lilo and Stitch approach when it comes to The Mandalorian and Grogu, and like I've said to you guys before, it could pay off. I think this is going to go one of two ways. Either it's a raging success, the movie had a low budget, and its profits are going to be through the roof, or it's going to be a solo situation. Either way, regardless of Disney's approach to Mando and how they feel about it, they've just kind of admitted that their big focus with Star Wars is 2027. There are 3 major events: the movie Star Wars Starfighter, the 50th anniversary of A New Hope and the start of the franchise, and Star Wars Celebration. And one of the reasons I assumed they cared more about what's coming next year than this year is based on the recent announcement, and this just came out a couple of days ago, that Disney has the rights to next year's Super Bowl. And in their promotional poster on the Walt Disney Co. website, they're teasing big trailers and Star Wars content, likely a trailer for Starfighter, but also the wider initiative of the 50th anniversary, and they're using R2-D2 and C-3PO to promote it. And the reason we know this is because just before she stepped down, a year ago Kathleen Kennedy said they have big things planned for the 50th anniversary, for Star Wars Celebration in Los Angeles. And that's the first time we're really going to see how Dave Filoni is handling things, because everything coming this year, be it Mando, more Shadow Lord, Ahsoka Season 2, The Ninth Jedi, they're all Kathleen Kennedy initiatives. Celebration next year is the first time Dave Filoni can really outline what the plan is for the future, even if Kathy is still hanging around to produce. And in other Mando news, my friends, we do have some more positive news for the movie. Jon Favreau teases that Grogu has leveled up, and he mentions Luke Skywalker. I don't think Luke is going to be in the movie, but because Jon said the film is a culmination of all of his Mando work, he doesn't want us to forget that Grogu once trained with Luke. Now, it could be a nothing burger, but it does make you think, what if the rumors and the leaks were wrong? What if it's so much more than we know? What if there's a major reveal, something enormous, a huge secret like Luke in Season 2 that we just don't know about? I really hope that's the case, because the rumors have been trying to tell us to be cautious, to not over-speculate that this movie is just simple and straightforward. But what if there is a big surprise? Jon Favreau says this: Grogu has leveled up a bit. We saw that he trained with Luke, and time has passed, so he's got a little of the Jedi influence, and then he's also an apprentice Mandalorian, so now it's time for Dad to bring him on adventures, and pretty soon, there will be a few more clues out there in the world. Audiences have seen Grogu execute some pretty awesome Jedi powers, but we really didn't think that was going to be the case for this film. Following Season 3, now that Grogu is a Mando apprentice, it seemed like he was going down one very specific path, but Jon Favreau is telling us, don't be so fast to make assumptions. There could be some surprises lined up, and soon, there will be clues as to what those are. So instantly, my intrigue and my excitement has really gone up. And you guys know, I spend a lot of time talking about rumors and different scoops and updates, but you have no idea how happy I am when some of them are wrong. I love when we're surprised, I love when we get things that no one saw coming, that none of the so-called reliable insiders knew anything about. So we've got a new trailer coming tomorrow. If the new teaser for it, the new 15-second short, is anything to go off, it's a million times better than the first one. We have the merch reveals. Jon Favreau might be alluding to his exit from Star Wars, but at the same time he's revealing some very juicy tidbits. So I would say it's best to go into this movie with no assumptions. Just take it for what it is. Really excited. Like I say, guys, look out for my full breakdown tomorrow. But what do you guys think? Have we been wrong about this movie? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this one, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and may the Force be with you always.